You are about to listen to an exclusive interview on Maximum Threshold Radio. Thanks for listening to us at MaximumThreshold.net. Horns up, fists in the air.
Maximum Threshold, you're on the air.
Well, I certainly hope so.
What's going on, Veronica?
It's Veronica.
That's what I said. What's going on, Veronica? I was just trying to call you.
I don't know what's going on with you. You just tried to call me, and then all of a sudden we got disconnected. I want to know if I'm not being treated fairly, or if I need to take this to court.
If you take it to court, you ain't going to get nothing.
Oh, you don't know.
You get some.
I know that you're hidden assets and stuff. I know about the drug cartel. Yeah. You don't think I know, but I know.
Not in this neck of the woods, there isn't. I'll tell you that.
How the hell are you, honey?
Oh, pretty good. What's going on?
Hey, I'm just happy to be talking to you, finally.
Nice. Yeah, we wanted to get you on here when you're obeyed. When was it last week? When tried to get you on here, so we could really push out there. Oh, that's all right. The other guys are off tonight. They're out doing some other concerts, covering some other shows. So just me flying solo tonight.
That works for me.
So it gives me some time. So without them on here, I could play a couple more songs.
That works. And I really appreciate that you have me on and stuff. So it's very, very cool.
Nice. Yeah, we started off the show.
So talk to me.
We started off the show tonight with Fractured off your latest release.
Nice.
That was pretty cool.
And I need to ask you, what do you think of the album, honestly?
I'm digging it. I think I need a few more listens to it, but just giving it to like a few listens as it was, man, I'm really digging it. I'm liking it. That's why I want to push the hell out of this.
You know what? I don't like, I don't know if I can say this. I don't like bullshit, and I don't like, if it's not your cup of tea, then, I just want to make sure that you like it or not. And it's always good to get input from other people. So,
I understand.
It's cool.
I think with this one, it has a more of I think the production of it sounds much better than the last one. And also everything seems like it's more gelled together. Does that sound like on your part?
I'm really glad to hear you say that, and I want to give a big shout out to John Herrera, who I'm telling you, he got really dissed in the beginning because everybody assumed that Jeff Pilson did the production. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why that is, and if that's because they saw his name on the press release. You know how it goes. How you got the press release and the download and all that kind of stuff. But the producer is a guy named John Herrera, and he's phenomenal and took a lot of time really researching the Benedictum sound and all that stuff. So I'm glad that you like the sound of the CD.
Nice. It's good, man. You got 12 powerful tracks. There isn't one that doesn't sound like it shouldn't be on there, which is
Tell me which
nice.
one you think.
Oh, well, I like Obey is the best one, but like I said...
No, I want to know which one you think doesn't belong there.
No, I didn't say there was. I said there wasn't any that I don't think that should
not be. So there wasn't one. Okay, fair
That's
enough.
A good one. Did you have other tracks that didn't make it on this?
Actually, not really. Usually it's like down to the wire with us, and this time we actually had, pardon me, this time we actually had a couple of songs, in particular Obey and Fighting for My Life, that was something that was like kind of a work in progress previously, and it just, especially Fighting for My Life, that was actually supposed to be on the Dominion CD.
Gotcha.
But the way it was arranged and the way that was presented to me at the time, I just couldn't get my head around it. I wasn't feeling it. And so I kind of broke it down into some different parts. And by the time this album came around, it got new life. I mean, obviously no one else knows that, but that's how that happened for me. So there's some of the stuff that was there kind of brewing before, but it always seems that with us, it's like down to the wire and there's not any leftovers. There were sort of leftovers from the last one, and but this time I was able to bring those two to life. And that riff on Obey was something I always wanted to do something with, but never quite could, and it finally came together at this time.
Nice. How about for the video? Because I know that thing started to take off and started to take a life of its own. How was it putting that thing together?
That?
Yeah. To talk about that.
Yeah, tell me. You tell me.
I think it was really cool. The videos I saw on my phone while I was driving to work, I'm like, let's check this out, because I got the little press release. I'm like, let's check this video out. And it came out, it wasn't coming out real clear on my phone. I was going through the vortex area. But I'm like, yeah, this is it, man. It's, Veronica and the guys, they got it together in this. And it's like really like in your face kind of video. You guys. It
is an in your face kind of video. Mm-hmm. And I want to give a shout out to J&P Productions from San Diego, because they deserve that. But between you and me and anyone else who's listening, it's, I maybe it's because I'm a woman, I don't know, but I look at it kind of differently. I'm like, man, I knew when we were filming it that I was like about 15 pounds overweight. I knew, which I've taken half of that off. Thank you very much. But I knew that, like, the hair wasn't happening the way I wanted it to happen. Yeah. It's just things that, so for me, I was like, I hate to say, almost dreading it, because I'm like, man, I know I sound very masculine. Mm-hmm. I know that. Yeah. And I know I have my little haters out there. Oh, that's a dude and all that kind of stuff. So I love, and the thing that cracked me up is at the end of the day, I think on the first day it was released, it was like 4,000 hits simply because of the haters trying to talk smack about it. So as long as they're talking about you, it is true. As long as they're talking about you, it's a good thing. Broke my heart because I kind of knew in the back of my mind, girl was looking kind of hefty.
I didn't even think about that watching it.
But I'll be the first one to admit it. So I was like, I want a do over. But the actual production job was really, really great, and it was a lot of fun. It was just like, damn, you want to be the best you can be, and I just didn't feel like I was that at the time.
Now, did the video get picked up by Vivo and other sites like that?
I'll be honest, I haven't the slightest idea. I will never bullshit you. I don't know. Yeah. I know that Frontiers has their own little portal that they show it through, and then I was very, very flattered and mortified at the same time that it was picked up by Blabbermouth, and then, there's some other portals that have picked it up. And I'm just like, wow, that's really cool. So I'm really happy for J&P Productions, and I'm happy for Benedictum, too. Oh, yeah. It's like, it's almost, I don't want to say comical, but it's like, oh, man, I would have loved to have looked like XYZ or whatever. But it is what it is, and, a shout-out to all us fluffy women all over the world.
The thing I really liked about that video is that when you see the band just rocking out, you just jump in there, and you're like, you put them to shame. You're throwing your head around, your hair all over the place, and they're just standing there just rocking out, but you're totally into it. How'd you prime yourself up for that?
Well, that's honestly, that's just me, though. So I'm glad that you see that. Please understand, I'm really, really grateful that you see that. Yeah. I got emotional about it, getting all choked up. I don't know that I see that, and so I guess it's everybody's different perspective. This band, and I'm so honored to be able to play with such great guys that, we are a great, great team. And I like to bring it, but that's kind of like how we are anyway. So Pete's very shy, but when he plays and when we're really on stage at a show, he has his own little gaggle, if you will, of people. And it's usually musicians. And it's you know how you go to a show, you can always tell the musician because they're the ones sitting there with their arms crossed.
That's right.
Just checking it out.
Either got the front row or the ones in the back.
Because they have their little section. And they're like, and they're checking out the riffs and all that stuff. And then you have your headbangers. And it's interesting how you have your own little different groups of people. But we all really try to bring it in our own way, and that's why I hope that we get to play a lot more, because the studio stuff is great, but I think we really come alive on stage.
When you're speaking of that, being on the stage, looking out there in the audience, has there ever been anybody that really stood out to you out there, like a celebrity or anything like that? And you're like, wow.
A couple of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's a great, great question, because that just happened. I will remember November 29th, Eric, our bass player's birthday, and our little CD release party. we were a little casual party type thing. Everything was cool, and Faster Pussycat was playing, and a lot of great bands were playing, actually. Downhill Trend, and I'm trying to think of the other guys, please. St. Jameson, and oh my God, I'm trying to think of the other ones because that's important to me. But in any case, we were playing, and there was just this vibe, and it felt really, really good. For me, as a performer, it's not so much. I mean, you could play whatever you want to play, but it really is a reflection of that energy that the audience is producing. Even if there's 2 or 2,000, it's the intensity of the involvement of the people we're playing for. That's for me. I mean, it may not be that way for other artists. Mm-hmm. So we were jamming and everything, and then there were 2 absolutely stunningly beautiful women there's nothing wrong with that. That's always a good thing. At the monitors, right in the front of the stage. And they were headbanging and stuff, and these girls had long hair and just going over, and I thought, this is great. So we were playing Obey. And I decided, well, this was the first time I think that we ever played Obey in front of anybody. So I brought a riding crop, and I'm like just having a field day and smacking people with it and having fun. And a girlfriend was just headbanging, and she kept grabbing at my boots, and I wore my thigh-high, my little dominatrix boots or whatever. But they're very hard to prance around in on a regular basis. And at first she was just grabbing them, she was kissing my boots, and I thought, you could not pay for this. This is, awesome. And then she just grabbed my ankle, and she didn't let go. I'm there going, oh, shit. And I'm looking, and Eric's on one side, Pete's on the other side. They're doing their own thing. They don't care. And I'm like, I'm about to, topple over like the Leaning Tower, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it was, not good. But the security had to come, and they finally, looked at her, and she kind of backed off. And then she did it again, and I was like, okay, well, she probably knows better now. It was a hoot, though. I mean, you couldn't pay for that kind of thing. Yeah. But because everybody else was looking at her, they were almost more looking at her than they were looking at us. That's because funny. She was extremely attractive, and she was just going off. So anyway, it was totally metal. You have to love that stuff.
Here's a question from Jimmy74 in the chat room. He's asking, being in San Diego, where's the best place to get Mexican food?
Ooh, not in San Diego anymore. I am in Glendale, Arizona, but Cuatros Milpas is one of the best places to get Mexican food. Man, I believe that is on India Street off the 5.
There you go, Jimmy.
And if you want to meet me there, I'm coming out to San Diego next week.
Nice. What part of San Diego are you going to?
I'm actually going to... It's always, I call it the V whirlwind. I've got so much going on and trying to take care of a lot of things at once. So I'm going to go to Orange County. From Orange County, I'm going to go to Santa Clarita. From Santa Clarita back to Orange County. From Orange County to San Diego. From San Diego back to Phoenix. So I'm leaving the 12th, be back home on the 16th, one day before my birthday.
Nice.
Just in case anyone wanted to know. Gifts are gratefully appreciated.
So when are you gonna pack the band up and come to the East Coast?
Darling, at any time. Mm-hmm. When I get you don't want me to go down that road. Well, I don't know if you know or not, but we were supposed to be on the East Coast twice in November, and I will hold my tongue, which is difficult for someone as out front as me, and say that those dates did not work out. Nothing that we had anything to do with it, but no, it didn't work out. So I am definitely looking forward to coming out to the East Coast. I'm hoping January or February, and it's all about getting somebody that can book us some shows and make it happen in the right way and actually follow through and not leave us hanging.
Nice. We got Ted Anderson in
our if you know anybody, I'm saying, give me a call. You know how to reach me.
We'll hook you up. See what we can do out here. We have Ted Anderson in our chat room there. He's with the band Lick the Blade. He was wondering if there's a way that if you guys come through the East Coast area, if their band could jump on board and do a couple shows with you.
You give him my contact information.
Shall do.
Is his band good?
Oh, yeah. They sound like an Iron Maiden band.
Ooh.
All original.
Original?
Yep, all original. the galloping bass and all
what
that.
we're looking for is a band to backline us while we're out there. And you have my permission to give him my contact information.
Nice.
Because I'm totally open to working with people and making it happen, because that's what it's about. I mean, we know we're not going to make money hand over fist. It's just not like that right now, at least not for us. But we want to get out there and do it. So if there's somebody you're willing, then and you got it going on, let's roll.
Nice. I hear you on that. Yeah, anything
you have to put up with me. I mean, I'm not the easiest person. A lot of fun, but I'm not always easy to get along. But
when you're with the guys in the band, what is their pet peeve about you? Like, what's the big thing that's a real pain in the ass that they have about you?
About me?
Yeah.
That I stress a lot. I think the biggest, and that is something that was the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I'm just going to tell you straight out. I would love, and I mean love, for you to talk to the other members of this band, because it's not like Veronica Freeman and Benedictum. It's Benedictum.
I know.
And I wouldn't be doing it unless I have one of those, how you you see those people with the little harmonica and the little, and the bass drum and stuff. I'm not one of those. I'm not a one-person band. I couldn't do that without these guys. They have such great personalities.
They need to get
Don't interrupt me. I'm talking. So yes. I would love to have you interview them as well. And I think probably their biggest pet peeve would be that I definitely stress about everything, especially this album. I really enjoyed the material, and I was stressing because when you throw it out there, I'd love to just, be all badass. Yeah, I don't care what anybody thinks, but I'm not going to lie about it. I care very much what other people think. I don't let it rule my life, but you know what I mean. Yeah. At the end of the day, don't we all kind of care what other people, how they judge us and stuff?
Yeah, why would you
it's
make
like giving
birth?
Go ahead.
Why would you make something if you know nobody's going to like it? You got to get that feedback. Whether what you're doing is if you're on the right track or you're wavering out there in left field somewhere.
Exactly. I mean, there's a difference between, I'll only do this if people like me. No, that's different. It's a plus. It's like having a ice cream sundae and you put the whipped cream on top of it. It's not really an ice cream sundae without the whipped cream, but you can still have the ice cream and you have it going on. It's that much better. It makes it that much sweeter if other people are in tandem with what you were hoping to bring forward with your production. And that's what I mean by that. There's other times when, with Dominion, that one had a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of good reviews here in the States, but a lot of mixed reviews in Europe, because there was like, what? That's, the production's different and it sounds way different. And with this one, again, John Herrera really took a lot of time to learn the first two albums, all three albums actually, and kind of absorb what Benedictum was about. And, really brought it forth with Obey. So it's cool. It's just kind of hard sometimes, when you feel like your stuff is out there and it's being judged. It's weird. It's a double-edged sword. You want people to like it, but a part of you wants to not care.
Gotcha. I got a question here.
You know what I mean?
I do. I understand. I got a question here from Pizza Face in our chat room. He's asking about the cover of your CD. Who came up with the idea?
Oh, the cover?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I love to talk, as you can tell. I'll try to keep this short. Anthony Ager, who is in Yuma, Arizona, and I think it's Stonehenge Graphics. Please don't kill me if I'm wrong. Is a fan of Benedictum, and we had an agreement early on that he would try and come up with some artwork for the CD. He's been doing our flyers and stuff like that for a while, and he's very, very talented. So what happened was he went through many, many lengths to put together. I mean, he actually made the staff that you see on the cover is actually a real thing. He actually cut the wood out and made an actual staff, went out to the desert, to the sand dunes, took photographs of it and all of that. And then we had Hobert Mello from Sledgehammer Graphics take that interpretation and make it into the album artwork. So he was responsible, he meaning Anthony, for the artwork concept. And Robert did a great job as always. I mean, he's been working with us since before Dominion.
Oh, wow.
And he just took it and put his interpretation on it, and we're really happy with that. I'm getting ready to put some new merchandise together around that stuff too.
Nice. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you hit the road, so we can really push, the dates that you have and everything, and everything you got going on now.
I was hoping to have some dates in place so that you can push them now. But I hope that happens. And God, I've been dominating the conversation. How the hell are you? And
just busy.
How are things going with you?
It's busy as hell. The Christmas season doesn't help.
In a good way?
Yeah, sort of. Kids moving out and
stuff. So tell me, because you ask me all kinds of stuff, so I'm asking you.
Sure.
So when you say sort of, so what's not optimum for you? Well, what would you like to see change?
What I would like to see, with our show here, I want to see us finally take it to the next level of whatever there is. I want to have more people listen to our show. Be able to check out our website. Just the basics. I just want to see this grow more. And we're our show it's on 48 other stations as well, but still, it's not to the point where I want to see this. Been doing this 8 years. You
want to break out, and I understand that. You want to rise to the next level.
Yeah, because I know
whatever that may be.
Yeah, we got the guys on the show here. We got the material, we have the skills and all that, and just if we just have the opportunity, just to get it out there, so we're not looked at as just some other internet radio station out there, because we're not one of these come and go shows.
No, I can see that, and actually, the reason why I asked is because I try to do my research too, because I figure if you find me worthy and this band worthy to have on your show, then I want to be worthy of being there by looking at your history.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you and your listeners that I'm not going to make an assumption. Well, yeah, I'm going to make an assumption. That's a lie. I'm going to make an assumption and assume that you put a lot of your own personal time and money and passion into what you're doing.
Oh, you got
I don't know that everybody that listens to internet radio or anything else for that matter really knows what goes on behind the scenes and how much dedication is involved. So bands like us and many other bands, I just think I'm sure that they feel it, but maybe in the moment they don't say it, but I always write myself a little personal note so that when I do an interview, I want to thank you for what you do for music, especially metal music, because I think in a lot of ways it's either underrepresented or misrepresented, and you can draw your conclusion on that. And I want to thank you and the people that do things like you for bringing it out to people to still love it and know that it's still out there and thriving. And it's a wonderful thing that you do.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, for doing something like this, man, it's a hobby, but it's something that you love. And it's from the get-go, our whole main goal when we first started this was to give the unsigned bands a voice and link them along with a signed artist, where their traffic would come to check them out. And while they're there listening to, the big name band or whatever's on their feature, they get to hear some of the unsigned artists and, help build that band, help them, get to where they're trying to go.
It's kind of a pay it forward type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've noticed that a lot of the bands.
I'm all about that. I mean, I don't have much to pay forward, but like you were talking about that other band that had called into you or whatever, and that's important to me because we all got to help each other out. There's so much negativity in the music business that it really takes me aback. And so in the metal community, I am hoping that there would be more of a cohesiveness and not as factionalized as I see it becoming. And people start to get a higher awareness that, since things have changed in the music industry as far as CDs and all that kind of stuff, and, it's not based on CD sales like it used to be. That was a given back in the day. And now it's like, merch and all this other stuff. It's different. Yep. It's just way different. So I hope people have shifted along with the shift of this business to understand that so many of the bands that they may be listening to or they may think have it going on, if you don't have like tour support and all that kind of stuff, it's difficult to get out there and do what it is that you want to do.
Oh, yeah.
And I just hope that we all boost each other up instead of cut each other down.
Yeah, I got real excited when I saw that, your band was with Frontiers Records, because that's the last couple of years, they've really been blowing up, snatching up all the big name bands and really making a name for themselves. So I was pretty excited when I saw that.
Yeah, I was excited too. I mean, I am excited. Don't get me wrong. I am happy to be on Frontiers, and I absolutely adore them. They're great, and we have really good communication, all that. But tour support is not one of the things that they do. Yeah. So, it's like we have to get out there. That's why I'm willing to work with, and maybe that's a good thing, because maybe that still makes it more of a passion thing, makes me strive for it that much more, that, we're going to overcome what we have to. I think if it was too easy for me, I wouldn't like it. At the end of the day, you know how that goes. Yeah. Like, you sit there and complain, oh, this is like so terrible. But if it was like smooth sailing, would it really be that much of a challenge?
That's
and would we even really want it?
Yeah, it's not like back in the day, man.
The wanting is better than the having.
Yeah, when those bands used to come out with a single and used to take them around the world, and they could live off that. And you can't do that these days, man. This is all DIY. You got to be out there. You got to push it. And you can't like it's like running for office. Basically, you got to be out there and pound the flesh.
And I, and it's like I can't stand haters, so I don't want to be one.
Yeah.
But there's bands that may have had a hit back in the day, and oh my gosh, I'm reforming. And it's like, okay, people clamor to go with them because they know, okay, I can get people in the door, that's why it's the music business. Good, bad, or indifferent, it is what it is. And when you're dealing with artistic personalities, such as myself and my compadres and all of that stuff, and everyone else, it's like, wow, it kind of goes against the grain. But at the end of the day, it's not like that machine that you had that would put you out there in front of people. And then with the advent of all these different downloads and all that, the whole music industry is just saturated with all these bands that you never would have heard of. And so it's just different now. But it's cool, to keep focused and stay the course the best you can and try to make it work the best you can.
Gotcha. Veronica, how can people get hold of Benedictum's music?
Well, okay. I would suggest that you just get a hold of me. I like the personal touch anyway. Get a hold of me. You can contact me or the band through benedictum.net. That's like Eggs Benedict, with the UM at the end of it. You can find me on Facebook. There's a Benedictum Facebook page and Facebook group and all that kind of stuff. You can also get the on Amazon.com direct to me because it will be signed by the band.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Just a couple more things here, and we're gonna get going here. Got another interview coming up here in a few minutes. So
breaking up on me, honey.
Yeah, I know. I'm hearing it go. You're going. It's like a talking head thing, Max Headroom thing. That's what it would sound like over here.
Max Headroom.
Well, last time you heard that name.
No.
Okay, Veronica. Hey, can you do us another quick favor?
I'm more than happy to do whatever you ask of me.
Oh, wow. He had it. That was. Wait till you hear the replay of this. Can you do?
Okay, I can't hear you.
Okay, let me try something else.
No, can hear you.
Now can you?
Not anymore.
How about now?
You can hear me.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
And I just heard that.
Can you hear me now?
Would you like to call my phone? Would that work?
Yeah, I could do that.
Or if you can hear me, then I can probably figure. Do you want me to do a station ID?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. Maximum threshold. Anything else you want me to say on it?
Anything you can say anything you want in it.
Well, you tell me. You got any other little special thing you want me to do? A happy holidays one? What do you want from me?
Your name.
What do you want from me?
Your name, the band you're with, maximum threshold.
Well, I got that.
Throw something
But
crazy out
anything else?
there. You could throw jingle bells things. I don't care.
I missed that. I can't understand what you're saying. So I'm going to go ahead and count it off, and I'll just do the generic. This is Veronica Benedictum, right?
Sounds good.
Yes.
Yep.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this is great now. Okay, so just the generic maximum threshold radio?
Yeah.
You tell me when.
Go for it.
Okay. You are listening to Maximum Threshold Radio. You were listening to that because I say so, and because you will obey, because this is Veronica, the V, from Benedictum.
That was perfect. Veronica, I want to thank you again for being on the show. And I found out what was wrong with it. We had something going on with Firefox. The plug-in went bad.
See?
That was it.
It's the curse of Benedictum. There's always something going on.
Okay.
Will you put that band in touch with me? Because I'd really like to get out to the East Coast, and if they're good, and if they're willing to backline us, then we might be able to make something work.
Sounds good.
Okay, honey. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Now, you don't have any more time to call anybody else, do you?
I got to call, not right now. I got to call.
Oh, what do they care? Because I've got a couple people that were on standby. You know, Jimmy Durkin from Dark Angel?
Yeah. Oh,
he's a big fan.
How about...
I didn't know if you wanted to call him or not.
About 10:30. How's that? So
what was that?
How about around hour and a half or so? I'll shoot you a text.
You want to call him about an hour and a half? He should be pretty hammered by then.
That's perfect.
How do I get the phone number to you? Just text you?
Yeah, just text me. I'll give you the...
Okay, honey. I will.
Okay.
Okay, honey. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Have a good one.
All right. You too.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, right back after this. Here is Benedictum with Obey. Be back. Horns up.
For I can make it so. Prostrate before me. Before I let you go. Your imagination for degradation has pushed you far beyond the pale. Struggle for your dignity. This is what you asked of me. You don't breathe.
You have just listened to an exclusive interview on Maximum Threshold Radio. Thanks for listening, and please visit us at MaximumThreshold.net.